Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato,
And I'm Classic Gamer.
and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse.
Indeed is.
George is judging us because we've been open on the screen for about 30 minutes now, just just chatting about other stuff. He's been very judgy the entire time, as is George Tobart.
Yeah, so we need to get to that fuse box and distract Hobbs enough so he doesn't know we turn on the heating. I think we have to get Lady Piedmont onto that lift.
Oi, Yank! I can hear you on those stairs again. Get down!
Sorry. If I was going to take a look up there, I'd have to do something about those squeaky stairs.
Already shown
Excuse me,
him
Mr. Hobbs.
the Trevor, haven't you?
Showing that to Hobbs was not a good idea.
Let's talk to Piermont.
It was Lady Piermont. We'd met before. Lady Piermont.
Oh, George, be a darling and sort the heating out in here.
I'll see what I can do. Would you like a sniff of this?
I'd rather not. Gives me 70s flashbacks.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, Georgie. Not much.
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much.
Okay, that's lazy game. Stop being lazy. Come on.
Could I tempt you with a cookie, Lady Piermont?
You could tempt me with many things, George, but a half-eaten rich tea is not one of them.
Fair enough.
It's not the same voice actor, which is a shame.
Can I introduce you to my friend Trevor?
A cockroach. How delightful. I find that entomology is so stimulating.
Oh, the first person who's like, I have a pet cockroach. Huh, cool.
What do you think of this?
Not
What do you think of this?
not much.
Yeah, boring.
What do you think of this, lady?
Not much.
That was delayed.
Indeed.
A wee dram to take the edge off the cold, Lady Piermont?
Oh, no, dear. I don't touch the stuff. Reminds me of husband number 5. Or was it 6? Terrible bore, anyway. I'm strictly a gin girl. Ice and a slice and a whiff of tonic.
Excuse me, Mr. Hobbs.
What now?
Lady Piermont was wondering if you could turn the heating up. It's very cold in here.
Oh, is that so? Well, tell Her Majesty that the heating stays off. The wiring in this place can't take the load.
So, what's in the folder that you're so touchy about?
Little boys should keep their noses out of other people's business. Understand?
Totally.
I have got my eye on you, pal.
What about his glass? Oh, it's still got stuff
Yeah, it's
in it.
not empty yet.
George, sweetheart, could you do something about the heating in this
I'll
place?
move in the store and get up to that fuse box.
It didn't seem quite right.
Well, I'm setting fire to the place, obviously.
Wary of any more life-changing surprises, I decided against exploring behind the screen.
But we gotta get our clothes off, George. Come on.
Climbing drain pipes was something I preferred to avoid, unless I had a great reason to do so. There was definitely someone home.
Because
You know that, George.
you see my thought process, right?
What to?
We can we can avoid the creaking by climbing the drain pipe and getting on there, going through there, using that to get them.
We do get in through there, but later.
Okay.
Hang on, try looking at the stereo.
Stereo? There's a stereo. Oh yeah, there's a stereo.
We have to distract him so he goes and deals with the.
Wow, an old Bofson Wang stereo. I hadn't seen one of those for years.
It's a record player again, George.
Hobbs seemed to have a thing for 70s psychedelic jams. The record had stopped. It was Jasmine Breeze by the Hairy Lobsters.
Them again.
I'll turn it on and see what happens.
It was the volume control for the stereo. I turned the volume up a few notches.
No, crank
I
it.
turned the volume down.
No, crank it all the way.
I turned the volume up a few notches.
It was that we had to do.
And on the bright side, this is some really good music.
Yeah.
I'm actually adding this to my MP3 player.
Hey, stop meddling with that. The power's ropey enough as it is.
Blowing the power would certainly have distracted Hobbs, but the elevator alone wasn't going to trip the whole system. It was locked. I wondered what was behind the door.
George, sweetheart, could you do something about the heating in this place?
Fortunately not.
Try sorting out the thermostat, see if we can do it now.
Hey! I've told you, don't mess with that thermostat.
Sorry, but Lady Piermont is cold. I thought...
Look, pal, I know it's brass monkeys in here, but the wiring in this building is ancient, and the fuse box won't take it. Her Majesty will just have to get used to chapel hat pegs.
I'm looking at the fuse box to the left.
Turn up the heating.
Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, crumbs.
If you do not adjust the heating, I shall refuse to cooperate.
Lady Piermont, it's the circuits. They won't take the strain. You know what old buildings are like.
In which case, I see no reason for this session to continue.
Whoa, Lady Piermont, let's not be too hasty. I'm sure I can accommodate your needs.
Good. Perhaps you can start by letting George here turn up the heating.
Oh, go ahead then, but be careful. The power in here is temperamental.
I turned the thermostat up as far as it would go.
That's not being careful, George, but okay.
I wondered if the suspicious wiring could be used to my advantage. I wasn't going to mess around with that wiring.
We have to blow it first before we can work on it.
You have to get Hertz down the lift.
Ah, yes. You know, George, please.
Oh, you. Get down from there. You'll trip the power in the whole building if you're not careful.
Is our plan?
Oh, you.
The elevator on its own.
Why can't you just talk?
I miss the being able to jump from screen to screen thing.
You can still do that. It's just there's nothing really to jump to in
A
this.
word, if I may, Lady Piermont.
For you, George, I'm all ears. How can I help?
How did you come to be working with Mr. Hobbs?
Wheresoever a Bohemian needs a helping hand, George, mine is always at the ready. And what better way to help than to expose one's flesh to the sensuous brushstrokes of such a talent?
What do you think of this, Lady Piermont?
Not much, George.
Do you know anything about a stolen painting called La Maledicción?
Oh.
Oh, he is getting tipsed.
Is this another of your adventures, George? How delicious. My heart's a tremor, George. Do you think Wilf is mixed up with this?
Maybe, but I need you to act normally until we're sure.
Mum's the word, Georgie.
Like, look at him. He's proper tipsed now.
Can you keep a secret,
Yeah.
Lady Piermont?
I am the very soul of discretion, as you know.
You see that portfolio by Hobbs's table? We need to take a peek inside.
Be still, my beating heart. Just give me the nod, and I'm putty in your hands.
So what have you been up to since our last encounter, Lady Piermont?
Charity work, dear boy.
Oh, any particular kind?
Young men, George. So many have lost their way. I try to guide them best I can.
Lady Piermont, we need your help.
How thrilling! What do you need? Subterfuge? Leisure domain?
Actually, I just need you to step on that lift behind you.
Oh, but of course. Is this good, George, darling?
Perfect. Now, just stay right there.
Now go off to do the lift.
I think our friend could use a top up, though.
How about another whiskey? That's smashing. Pour away.
Da-da-da.
Now we go quickly into the portfolio.
Dun 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 dun.
Now is my chance.
Banana da 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 da.
It was one of Hobbs' sketches. Impressionist sketches. Well,
Reminds me of
wasn't a
Marseille.
Maledicción. But
in
it
the
did
second
appear to
game.
be a study for an element of the painting, the Ouroboros. There was something different about the image in the center. I figured the sketch might come in handy, so I took it.
What the heck are you doing with those? They're private papers. Huh?
Well, that was fun. Just like when you were a private dick, George.
So, you're not models?
No, Mr. Hobbs.
Well, you can't be a copper. You're not stupid enough.
Yeah, he's plenty stupid
Our
enough.
studio. We're investigating the theft of La Maledicción.
I told you I just restored it. That's what I do. Restore paintings.
And these sketches?
Studies done during the restoration. Nothing more. I've got nought to do with what happened after that painting left this studio. How was I to know it was going to get Henri killed?
Hang on a second. How do you know Henri's dead?
Look, he and I went back a long way. Le Lézard Bleu was on the ropes, so I got the painting into his exhibition. Nothing like this was supposed to happen.
We're not accusing you of anything, Mr. Hobbs. We just want to get to the bottom of this.
I get that, and I'll help you however I can, but this mess is way above my pay grade.
I was sure he didn't want to see it. I'd just taken the sketch from Hobbs's portfolio. Now wasn't the time to hand it back. How come you needed to make so many sketches of the painting to restore it?
Restoration's not about throwing a load of paint around. It takes research. The Serpent is a complicated painting. A lot of subtext. A lot of symbols.
Why would anyone want to steal La Malediccio? It's not exactly a famous painting.
True, but there is something special about it that's hard to describe.
It's cursed.
There's conviction in every brushstroke. Whoever El Serp was, he had a tale to tell. The symbolism is deeply religious.
We have reason to believe that Medovsky is mixed up in the theft of La Malediccio.
Eh? What would he gain from stealing his own painting?
We have strong evidence that Medovsky is not the real owner.
He'll have a hard time proving that. Medovsky has a full set of provenances for the painting. It traces its legitimate ownership all the way back to the painter.
Why didn't Medovsky mention him?
Because they're not with him. Henri's got them. Or had them.
And Henri is dead.
So ask his partner.
Lane?
Lane, yeah, Lane. Look, pal, you're wasting your time looking for conspiracies here. And you're wasting my time if you're not actually going to get naked. Go get the provenance from Lane, and everything will turn out hunky-dory.
But it also puts Marquez's story into question.
Not my problem, darling. Now both of you, get lost. I've got a painting to finish.
And we have a critic to interrogate.
Just gonna leave Piermont up there?
But who?
Is it the gangster or
Who
the old
knows?
Spaniard?
The painter or the art critic?
I need to head back for Nave's reconstruction.
What
What
about
the fuck is
evidence
this?
From Medovsky's house. Will you give it to Nave?
I think
I haven't been in London for a while. Is there just a pig floating in the
Ask him
sky?
about the provenance.
Good. I've got lunch
I
with
don't
Bonnie
have a
tomorrow.
clue what that
His
is.
story is hotting up, and I want to make sure he keeps me on it.
Taxi?
There's no such thing as a short flight. You should have just taken the fucking train that goes under the fucking idiots.
Under the Channel Tunnel?
Yeah. Just take the fucking train. Because this is post 9/11. You're gonna spend 8 hours in total at the fucking airport. So where should we go next?
I don't know who we're playing as. We still George?
I don't know. Let's go to Nico's apartment and find out. Yeah, we're George. Oh, the flower seller. Maybe she has her
It
own
was good
shop
to be
now.
back in Rue Jarry.
Let's go to the flower shop. See what we can find. Hey, she has a full shop now.
He does!
Good for her.
It's you.
Fleur?
Come in, come in.
Last time I met Fleur, she was selling flowers from a street stall. Things had clearly gone very well for her since then.
No, she wasn't. She was knitting something for the
There
entire
were
gang
boxes stacked
and didn't
along the
sell
wall.
anything.
They were all labeled.
Well, not to us.
Fleur's classics were blaring out into the street. Hi, Fleur.
Georges, welcome. The young lady you're looking for is not at home.
How did you...
No, I have the gift.
Did Nico tell you I might be stopping by?
No, but I was expecting you nonetheless.
Fleur was the best and probably the only psychic florist in Paris. Can you tell me anything about this eau de toilette?
It's cheap, smells bad, and belongs to a man.
Gee, thanks. Fleur wouldn't want to see it. Are you getting any vibes from this note?
No.
What can you tell me about these matches?
With these, you can create fire.
Is this rich
bravo.
tea cookie anything special?
It's seen better days.
I have this matchbox. Anything peculiar about it?
It has a cockroach inside.
Yeah. He's called Trevor.
He prefers the name Boris, you know.
Well, I think you'll find that's his patronymic.
So the cockroach is actually called Boris?
I don't know, mate.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this paperclip?
It's going to become redundant in a digital world.
No, not true.
Does this shredded letter mean anything to you?
I'm getting the word recycling.
Can you tell me anything about this coin?
I could, but then you'd know as much as me.
And?
I can't give away all my secrets, George.
Anything you can tell me about this whiskey bottle?
Not a spirit world I'm familiar with, George.
I gotta say, we flew, right?
What, back here?
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit with all this. Like, they'd at least have questions about the cockroach in the box.
Do these sketches mean anything to you?
I don't
Take
think
them away.
9/11 really
They have the taint of death on
exists
them.
in a point and click world.
True.
I mean it. Take them away.
So, Fleur, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, George. Though truth be told, my hip has been playing up again. And I have a funny feeling about the number 12.
But apart from that, nothing new?
No, that is all.
Can you read my palm?
George, please. That is ridiculous. Give me a lock of your hair and a toenail clipping. Then we can talk.
Okay, I'm not letting you do any of that hoodoo shit on me. No, sorry. You know what you can make with those two items?
What?
Voodoo doll.
So, the young woman I'm looking for.
Nico lives next door.
Yeah, she's not in.
No, I believe she has gone out.
Did the tea leaves tell you that?
No, I saw her leaving a while ago.
Speak to you later.
I think we need to go to the gallery.
I'm glad she's back.
Yeah.
The woman was engrossed in her knitting.
Oh, she's not knitting it. She's just rubbing needles together.
It was a small trolley. The door was locked. I remembered Nico said she was having lunch with Ronnie.
I'm happy for Fleur. She got her own shop. It's good for her.
I like the new angle of Rougerie.
Indeed.
Here I was again at the crime scene. Inside the gallery, I could see lots of activity. Now they preparing for the reconstruction, no doubt.
I see Mr. Moist.
menu offered black coffee and a short list of soft drinks. Hi.
Monsieur,
The waiter wouldn't want to see it. Whiskey?
you offer me cock of the glen, monsieur? Have you no shame?
I don't know what that means, but
What do you
no.
think of this coin?
If you wanted to tip me, monsieur, you could at least pay me in euros. Or better still, franc.
I'll take a coffee.
I don't think so.
What?
The coffee you desire, monsieur, is not served here.
Well, how do you know what coffee I desire?
Because I look into your eyes, monsieur, into your very soul, and I see.
Is that right? So what exactly do you see?
I see a tall glass of milky macchiato, sprinkled with chocolat, with a long spoon, and a biscuit on the side.
Wow. That's exactly what I want.
And it is precisely what you will not get. In my café, monsieur, I serve only café noir in teacups.
You know what? Suddenly I'm not thirsty anymore. So nobody else was here at all?
No, monsieur. I think the police tape is putting my customers off.
You know what also put your customers off?
He
Your
wouldn't
shitty
want to see it.
attitude.
Well, I was gonna throw the cockroach at him.
That wouldn't have worked.
I can't burn it down, I guess. I would love to Molotov his cafe, though.
Nico and I had a good idea who the killer was. Now all we had to do was persuade Nave.
Sir, I already tried starting it up. I think it's broken.
Nonsense, Moo. This machine has the power of 10 investigators.
But investigators never fail to start up, sir.
Your pessimism is duly noted, Moo. But have faith. This machine will analyze the scene, compute the data, and deduce everything
I
for
love
us.
how when we came here with
The
Lane
location
earlier,
of the
as
second
Nico,
shooter
that stain
will
wasn't
be
on
a
before, now
mystery
it
no
is.
more.
Yep.
One moment.
A marvel indeed, sir. Though at the moment it is kaput.
Your pessimism has obviously infected the circuitry, Moo. Let me think for a moment.
I don't think you're capable of that.
Shh!
Eh bien, Moo, now try realigning the laser matrix.
Sir, I have no idea what that is.
Move over, Moo. Now, let me see. Oscillating reverberator. Check. Refraction spectrometer. Check. Now, what can I do? Ah, Monsieur Stobart, it's only you. Glad you could finally make it.
Inspector, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Oh, yes? I shall be the judge of that.
I think I know who the killer is.
Really?
Yep, he's a gardener called Shears living in London.
Fascinating. And the good news?
We don't need to do your reconstruction.
You joke with me, Monsieur Stobart.
Don't call me
It's not a
stubborn.
joke. It's all part of a highly complex fraud.
Sorry, accidental click.
Gardeners, KGB, fraud. You are a fantasist, monsieur. And I have no time for fantasy. Reality is my suitcase, as you Americans say. Now, stand over there and keep out of trouble until the others arrive.
Well, who are we waiting for?
Mademoiselle Collard and Father Simeon, please. I am very busy. Ah, Moo, a clever choice. But no cigar for you. Try the red.
Mon Dieu!
It was Sergeant Moo. He looked flustered, probably because he was being shouted at. It was Inspector Nave. Excuse me.
Please, monsieur, I'm a little busy.
I'm talking to Lane.
You too busy to talk to Trevor?
That wouldn't work. Inspector Nave, may I ask you some questions?
You must wait, monsieur. I am extremely busy.
Sure, it can wait.
What Lane's got to say?
It was pointless trying to get a closer look at the machine while Nave and Moo were tinkering with it. Lane.
Stobart.
What's the deal with that device over there?
It's a farce. They've been trying to get it working for hours.
Looks like something out of a 50s sci-fi movie.
It probably is.
What do you think of Nave?
The man is a buffoon. I have better things to do than wait for these idiots to get their forensic whatnot to work. The only silver lining is that Nave seems more annoyed than I am.
I gather you're the man to ask about the provenance for the painting.
For La Maledictia? Well, you have been busy, haven't you, Stobart?
I'd like to see it.
So speak to Bijou. She took care of the business side of the gallery. The provenance is in the office safe. She has the key.
Lane was a pushover when you had him cornered. Though it looked like Bijou hadn't been completely honest with me after all. I needed to pay her another visit. What do you think of Moo?
Who?
The policeman with Nave.
I assume he's another idiot.
Why's that?
I believe one can tell a man by the company he keeps.
I'll bear that in mind, Mr. Lane. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Sir, I think we are ready to fire her up. Yes, Moo, I was just about to say the same thing. Do it. Moo, what have you done? Pardon me, sir, but I believe it was you who said...
This is no time for blame. You have broken the machine.
Mon Dieu.
You just said it was no time to blame.
But while blaming him, yes. I believe that was the joke.
I had to hurry up and get out of there, not waste time discussing everything I ever picked up.
Well, then it's not Broken Sword, is it?
I didn't want to waste time talking about everything in my pockets.
Well, I do.
We're going in the office, see what if that does anything.
Monsieur Stobart, please remain within the main gallery.
If I pulled the plug out, I'd just get Nave even more worked up. I decided to bide my time and wait for the right moment.
Try leading.
Stupid. Monsieur Stobart, you will not leave until this is over. Understood?
But I just need to...
This is a reconstruction. You will remain here until I have concluded my investigations. Do I make myself clear?
Not really.
Okay, clear.
You do know this is false imprisonment, don't you?
I
Yep.
considered making a run for it, but forcing Moo to chase me would have been cruel. And it would have been silly to risk my investigation. Better to play along with Nave and get the reconstruction over as quickly as possible. I was going to talk about that, but then I remembered I had a lot to do.
If you can ring anyone, see, try ringing Nico. George. Not letting you do it.
Mr. Rickenbacker?
You better have some good news, Stobart.
I absolutely do.
Go on then, impress me.
I went to visit Medovsky, the owner of the painting, and Vera's security.
Go on.
I found some paperwork that proves Medovsky stole his own painting.
Great work. But we're gonna need more. You have to find the painting.
The artist restoring the painting claims there's a provenance that proves Medovsky is the owner.
Why do I sense some doubt here?
Take one guess who signed off on it.
I give up.
Hector Lane, the art critic responsible for the exhibition.
Oh, this gets better and better. Go and speak to Lane. Get a look-see at that provenance yourself.
I spoke with Lane. He says the provenance for the painting is in the gallery safe.
Good work, Stobart.
Apparently, Bijou has the key, though when I talked to her earlier, she said she wasn't involved with the gallery.
You need to take a look at that provenance.
I'm going to go find out why she lied.
Get round there, Stobart. See if you can get the key to the safe, too.
Can't call Nico. Don't know why.
I don't know what to do here. Completely and utterly stumped. Maybe look at a hint, because there's nothing really. We've just one hint.
Oh, that's character gallery.
I know you don't like to, but I've tried everything I've.
You need to finish the reconstruction so you can fix the machine. Okay, he wouldn't let me talk to him before.
Inspector Nave, have you been a detective long?
Long enough, monsieur?
You've solved a lot of crimes, I guess.
More than you have had hot dinners?
Well, I've had a lot of hot dinners, Inspector.
Oh, yes? How many?
What?
Precisely how many hot dinners have you had, monsieur?
I don't know. Thousands?
You prove my point for me, monsieur. Precision and accuracy are everything.
You truly are a unique and amazing man, Inspector Nave.
Oh, I'm glad you are impressed.
I never said I was impressed.
What seems to be the problem?
Monsieur Stobart, if Paris' finest cannot get this very expensive and very complex machine to work, then I doubt if an insurance salesman can...
Insurance adjuster.
Insurance assessor, actually.
Oh, I see. Well, la-di-da to you, monsieur.
Oh, yeah? Well, la-di-da to you back.
Whatever. You are neither qualified nor clever enough to operate such an instrument.
Like us.
What was that, Moo?
I said, unlike us, sir.
I was sure I could get the machine to work if I could just get Nave out of the way. Excuse me.
Not now.
Try looking at the
Inspector
plug.
Nave. Maybe if I just have a quick look. Perhaps you just can't see the wood for the trees.
How ridiculous. Everybody knows trees are made out of wood.
I mean, you might just not be able to see what is obvious.
What is obvious, Monsieur Stobart, is that I am not stupid.
To hard disagree.
Nor are you made of wood, Inspector.
Exactly. Now, please leave this to the experts.
Can I ask you something else?
If you must.
Well, we don't have a hell of a lot else to do right now.
What does it do?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Is Nave a good detective, do you think?
He's as good a detective as I am a dancer.
You light on your feet, Lane?
Do I look like I am?
No.
Is there anything else you're not telling me, Mr. Lane?
Get lost.
Changed your opinion of Moo yet?
Who?
Moo.
Who?
Never mind. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Gotta get him away from the machine. I know what he's
Inspector
gonna
Nave.
say.
I know this sounds obvious, but are you sure it's plugged in?
Monsieur Stobart, do you really think I would be so stupid as to not check the fundamentals?
We all make mistakes.
What a ridiculous generalization, monsieur. Look, I can see from here it's... Ah.
Do you need assistance, sir?
Very funny, Moo.
One moment.
That got rid of him. Now is my chance.
Let's fix this ridiculous piece of Gallifreyan technology.
I was going to have to figure that out quickly.
And we have
Time to
ignition.
get the show on the road.
See, Moo? I knew I would get it working.
I'm not sure that you...
Precisely. You knew my superior intellect would win through in the end.
Yes.
Oh yes, totally.
Sir,
This does look like
I
something the
beg your
doctor
pardon,
would
but
make,
I
though.
think there is a teeny snag.
Say that again.
It looks like something the doctor would make.
Go on.
Looks like a giant sonic
I have no
screwdriver.
Good God, Moo. Are you suggesting I kill someone for the sake of this reenactment?
Yes.
No, sir. Just saying we need a body, sir.
Ah, yes. I see. You'll make a detective yet, Moo. I, of course, foresaw this, and I nominate you.
Me? Well, I'm not dead.
Have you ever acted, Monsieur Stobart?
I've lied. Is that the same thing?
I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I went down a storm playing the lead in Cat on a Felt-Tip Roof last summer.
You played the cat?
No.
So, not the lead. Half-truths again, monsieur. Nevertheless, here is your chance to play a real lead role.
Why do you assume the
He
cat's the
looks
lead?
nothing like the victim, sir.
Oh, damn it, Moo. Must you find problems all the time?
Okay, but I'm already involved in the reenactment. I can't be the victim
Relying
too.
on Nave's problem-solving skills could mean a long, long wait. I had to find something to make me more like Henri. I'll have a look around. Maybe I'll find something.
Yes, you do that. Verisimilitude is the key, Stobart.
This is ridiculous. This man is ridiculous.
Ah, you have arrived at last. Please, make yourselves comfortable. We are just making some last-minute adjustments.
Father Simeon? Nico.
Hi, Josh.
Welcome to the asylum.
Let me guess. Nave is overjoyed we've solved the case and he's putting us up for an award.
Not quite. I told him about Shears and Medovsky. He says it's fantasy.
But that's crazy.
Tell me about it.
So what do we do now?
Carry on anyway, and nail Medovsky.
What about Nave?
Ignore him.
And this charade?
The reconstruction? Well, sooner it starts, sooner it's over.
Josh, what on earth is that machine?
It's Nave's baby. Supposedly, it's going to analyze the crime scene and tell us what happened.
But we already know what happened.
Sure we do. But Nave doesn't.
Quiet, please! How can I concentrate with all this racket going on?
Lane was right. Nave was an idiot.
CSI deluded.
Nothing.
Hello, Father.
Mr. Stobart, will this take long?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Nave appears to be struggling with the machine.
I'll pray for some divine intervention then.
Yeah, if you think that'll help.
It's funny
The
you
Lord is
compared
always
it to a
listening
sonic
to us.
screwdriver.
Why?
Because I think it does about as much as one of those sonic screwdriver replicas you can buy in a comic book shop does. It flashes a light and makes a little noise. Maybe part of it springs open. That's about it.
Hello, Father.
Mr. Stobart,
Yeah, if you think that'll...
You go to the office.
the Lord is always...
I was going to talk about... The best place to find Henri's things was in his office. It was a statue of Henri. On the head of the statue was a pair of Henri's glasses. Maybe, just maybe, the glasses would make me look like Henri. It was a statue, a strategically placed fig leaf.
Don't need the medallion?
The desk was covered with Henri's junk, and none of it was
That's
of
all we
any
need
use.
here.
A 1600cc Type 2 VW camper, painted in hippie colors. Some of the stuff must have been collecting dust since the 70s.
I like
It was certainly
the
nothing of any use.
I like the Broken Sword 2 poster.
Yeah, same.
Do 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 do. No, I can't put them on. Okay.
I'm talking to Nave and telling him you've got.
Let's
glasses.
take those old records off the shelf. Sit and listen
I
to 'em
found
by
Henri's
myself.
glasses.
Stole or found? Never mind. That might just be.
Well, I don't intend to take them off the premises, so.
Why do you told us to go and play Henri, and then when we
Come
find
on,
some
everyone,
glasses, you
into
said stole or
position.
find.
I want everyone to stand precisely where they were when the victim died.
This process is ridiculous.
Yep.
God moves in mysterious ways, Father.
Indeed. And the devil makes work for idle hands, Mr. Stobart.
Shh! Stobart, you are supposed to be dead. Please be dead more quietly.
I tried to tell Nave the truth about his bloodstain.
Didn't he believe you? You're a man of God.
His faith is in science, Mr. Stobart, not God.
Father?
Yes, my son.
Monsieur Stubble,
Yes, Inspector?
you are fiddling.
I just wanted to show Father Simeon.
Well, don't. You are supposed to be dead. The dead do not move. They do not talk. And they certainly do not fiddle. So, please, stay in character. Important science is occurring.
Nave wasn't going to let me show the
Oh,
priest anything.
please.
But
Man's a
I was
buffoon.
talking to him.
Man's an idiot.
Do you think the machine will give the inspector some insight into Henri's murder?
He will find the answers he seeks, but he asks the wrong questions. This was no ordinary murder.
Let me guess, it was the devil who did it.
Do you think Inspector Nave will ever figure this out?
I'm not sure, although I'm no expert.
Yeah, neither is he by the looks of it.
Who's
You
the
keep
painting?
talking about the Gnostics.
Oh, it
Who are
doesn't
they?
matter.
They are a cult, a warped branch of Christianity that reveres Lucifer as equal to, or perhaps greater than, God.
I can see how that might trouble the Vatican.
The Vatican is the least of your worries. Please be quiet.
They almost destroyed the world last game. Nave, shut up.
Last time we met, you said the stolen painting was evil.
Let me explain. I'm a Dominican, Mr. Stobart. The Dominican order was founded to seek out and destroy heresy.
Why?
Because heresy is evil.
Okay.
For 1,000 years we have fought against heresy. Indeed, our enemies gave us a nickname, the Hounds of God. Dominicanis, Dominican, you see?
Very clever.
Now this painting, the Benedictio, is without doubt heretical.
Whoa, hold on. How can a painting be heretical?
Because it is filled with Gnostic imagery. And Gnostics are heretics.
What kind of imagery?
Evil imagery. The Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail. Images of false saints, heretical saints.
So you think the painting itself is evil?
It trails murder in its wake, Mr. Stobart.
And murder is police work, monsieur. Silence, please, both of you.
The Ouroboros, what exactly is it?
It is a Gnostic symbol. It marks something that is hidden. Trees illustrated within the Ouroboros. They symbolize knowledge. So the Ouroboros alludes to hidden knowledge. The painting must be destroyed to stop this knowledge being revealed.
The Ouroboros represents
Thank you,
infinity,
ladies and
actually.
gentlemen. That is the first set of results completed. Only 36 more to do. Please
Oh, for
remain in
fuck's sake,
position while
mate.
we reset the machine. You may relax and talk amongst yourselves.
Vade retro satana.
What's the matter?
It is worse than I thought.
What is it? It's just a sketch.
Not just a sketch. The painting.
I wondered if it was something I'd said.
I have to get out of here. Now.
Father Simeon, I forbid you to leave. This is an official investigation.
Don't you understand? A great evil is upon us. The painting is evil. The heretical Gnostics in league with the devil himself.
The devil?
Don't you understand? The Tabula Veritatis, the tablet of truth. It is real.
Well, someone is upset. Pressing your witnesses a little too hard, Inspector Nave?
And you are? This is official police business?
Richard Langham, Interpol, serious art theft. We spoke on the phone, Inspector?
Ah, yes, sir. You didn't say you would be attending my crime scene.
What exactly is this machine, Inspector?
A little invention of mine, Monsieur Langham. It will compute whose blood this is on the floor, and...
Not to worry, Inspector. Perhaps you could move aside? I'm intrigued to see what you're up to.
Ah, of course. It is rather groundbreaking.
Pizza box. It looks like your suspect was a Hawaiian, Inspector.
A Hawaiian? Mon Dieu! Mo! Get on to the Hawaiian embassy straight away. There is a surf killer on the loose. Alert the airports and the surf shops.
Sorry, Inspector. I mean, Hawaiian pizza. Your bloodstain is a pizza sauce.
Pizza? Moo! You fool! Forget the surf shops. Get onto the Italian embassy. This has mafia written all over it.
Nah, Inspector, if you don't mind, I'd like to speak to your witnesses. And in the meantime, perhaps you should try and get your priest back. Madame Collard, Mr. Stobart, I assume. Can I buy you chaps a coffee?
Langham sounded a little more on the ball. Maybe he'd bring a dose of common sense to the case.
So, Inspector Nave brought me up to speed and told me about you guys.
I can guess what he said. But what's your interest in the robbery?
I've been tracking a gang of art thieves for some time, and this looked like a good lead. But Nave is worse than useless. I wasn't
Yeah,
hoping you might
accurate.
help.
We're flattered.
Just doing our jobs.
We all are, or at least trying to. So, maybe we can help each other. I gather you insured the exhibition.
That's right, and we're liable to lose a packet.
Any leads so far?
Maybe. There's a Russian guy called Madovsky who turns out to be the owner of the painting.
Madovsky?
You know him?
Oligarch, oil, art, aluminium. Ex-KGB. Very nasty. You need to be careful. Madovsky's dangerous. He kills anyone who gets in his way.
For a cop, Langham seemed okay. Trouble with doing deals with cops, there's usually a payback down the line. But I figured that'd be a price worth paying to bring down Madovsky. We found evidence that links Madovsky to the company that installed the security at the gallery.
Interesting.
And one of his men, a guy called Shears, was in Paris on the day of the robbery.
Really?
We also found a letter from someone called Gainan wanting to buy the painting from Madovsky.
Gainan? The name rings a bell? Did you find anything else about him?
No, we were in a hurry.
What about the priest?
Ah, the good Father Simeon. Well, something spooked him, that's for sure.
So I gather.
He kept saying La Maledizio was evil.
Perhaps he's right. It certainly caused evil, hasn't it? I'll take leads from anyone, Mr. Stobart, even a crazy priest. Let's keep in touch. Thank you for your help. Coffee's on me, or rather, on Interpol. Miss Collard, Mr. Stobart.
So, George, what do you think?
Interesting. He seems to be on top of things.
I agree.
You know, Nico, this could start getting dangerous.
You think Langham's right about Madovsky?
Well, he appears to be on the ball.
I thought he was cute.
He was English, Nico. They're all cute to you.
He done depths too.
Oh, yeah?
Thought she hated the English.
You showed me those long ago, George. Well, I'm off home to write up the story so far. You?
I have to see a woman about a dog. A stuffed dog, that is.
You're talking riddles again, George.
I need to pay Bijou another visit. She's not been completely honest with me.
Anyway, that was a long one. But now we can save, so that means I've been Merrick D'Amato.
I've been Classic Gamer.
And we'll see you next time for more Broken Sword 5. Ciao.
Indeed. Ciao.
Hi. Thanks for watching. This has been played, edited, and recorded by me, Merrick D'Amato.
And he's been helped by me, Classic Gamer.
You can find a link to Classic's YouTube channel, Classics Gamer, and his Twitch in the description below. Please like, comment, and subscribe.